Hello, 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 Reason Review family. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. To my subscribers, I do appreciate you. You are the real MVPs of this channel. It's certainly not me. To those who may have just stumbled across this channel, this is your first time here. I'm Shay. This is Reed's Review, where we're living, loving Jesus, smelling fabulous, all while saving a dime, discussing budget-friendly fragrances, and from time to time, we will discuss others. I do like my designer fragrances. I just like to buy them when I can find them on sale, have a few reward points, have a gift card perhaps. I just like to buy them south of $100 for sure. So without further ado, we're going to talk about. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on a what I consider a budget friendly fragrance, and that is none other than Habik. Hope you can see that. Habik by Lattafa. This is fairly recent from the Lattafa fragrance house. I've had it for a bit. I want to say I may have, did a pre-order. So I've had it for since, they started shipping here in the US. It's been a couple of months. They also do have the men's version of this. I think it's a dark purple bottle, and I keep saying I'm gonna get it for my husband. I just hadn't done it just yet. He's not all into fragrances like I am, but he's okay with me purchasing. He just like tells me like that's not necessarily my thing, but you go ahead. So anyway, this is Habik, and this is the packaging, y'all. This is actually like a velour or velvet type on there. Cute, cute, cute. Anyway, now what is that? Oh, and here is the bottle. Nice, different. I like this. I really do. Um, and like the men's fragrance, it's just like this. The bottle packaging and everything's just a different color. I don't know if y'all can see real good. I do have a bit of a dent there. I was hanging on to this, trying to just hold it on because I was testing it and I was hoping like it's got to get better, it's got to get stronger. I know it needs to macerate. Anyway, I would say each time I've tested it, each time I have gotten a chance to wear it now, it has gotten better. And when I say better, as far as the scent um, not being so soft, that's what I was waiting on. But anywho, let me tell you the accords and all that good stuff I have right here. So the main accords for Habik by Lattafa: white floral, citrus floral fresh, musky fruity, amber mossy green, and powdery. Um, the top notes are bergamot and pear. And then in the heart, you have lily of the valley, jasmine, freesia. And in the base, it is the musk, amber, and oakmoss. Oh, not oak moss. Oak moss. Um, Now, my thoughts. This is um, it's fresh. It's um, it's sweet. Um, it's I would say a bit sparkling, especially upon first spray. And it's fresh. It's sweet. It's delicate. That is a good word for it for me. It's delicate. Um, it does open up. You get that. Put it right there. You do get the pear in the opening. It is very pretty. You get the pear in the opening, and then of course in the dry down, you can tell it's a musky fragrance. It is, but and the actual lasting power on this for me is decent. It's decent. Um, I always say for me, if a fragrance gives me about 4 hours, and let's say I have to refresh, I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with that. Wish it would last more, but I'm okay with that. The price point you don't mind spraying. It's those fragrances that cost you what I say an arm and a leg cost you some pretty hefty coins. Those are ones you kind of don't. You like, oh no, I don't want to refresh. And I will say, expensive fragrances sometimes they don't have good lasting power. I have found in my experience that a lot of the Middle Eastern fragrances or the budget friendly fragrances that I've come across, because I have Middle Eastern, I do have like from Oakcha, I have from Alt or ALT, I have some from Dazier, I have the Dua brand, and for whatever reason, especially these Duas, they seem to have some great lasting power, more so than some of my designer fragrances that I have in my collection. So to me, this has lasted pretty good. I would say when I first sprayed this, there was something in there that reminded me of bug spray. Like upon the first spray, when I first sprayed this, I don't know if I said that on the unboxing or not, but it quickly diminishes to my nose, and so uh, yeah, you just quickly get that beautiful pear type scent, and then in comes the florals, which is the heart of the fragrance, and then in comes the muskiness about it. So, like I said, my description of this is a sparkling vibe about it, fresh, sweet, delicate. That is it. Now, if you are a person that you have to have like beast mode fragrances, everything don't have to be beast mode. But if you have to have one of those fragrances that introduces you before you walk through the door, that's not going to be this. At least not for me, it hasn't been. For someone else, by the way, y'all, this is a nice, heavy cap. I like it. Nice and heavy. This is good quality bottle, too, to me. I haven't had an issue with it. So, um, yeah. If you're one that you really like the beast mode type situation, this is probably not going to be it. But I will give you a helpful tip if you wanted to project and smell a whole lot more than what it does, because now this probably has decent sillage, maybe projects within I don't even know if arm's length would be the right thing to say. You would definitely have to spray down for this to project more than arm's length for sure. But like I said, the word that I could use for it as far as the performance of it is delicate. Now, with that being said, I have paired it and worn it with A Thousand Wishes from Bath and Body Works, the lotion and the spray. I also like the Thousand Wishes body scrub. Yeah, I do. I really love that body scrub. Anyway, I have uh, put this on with it because there's something about it that is a lot similar to A Thousand Wishes to me. Um, Similar. Now, I'm not saying that this is trying to be a clone of A Thousand Wishes, not at all. I did not pull out my Versace Dylan Purple. Dylan Purple, I'm not going to tell you that it's one to one to that, but it's very similar to Dylan Purple. Very similar. If you like Dylan Purple, you will like Habik. I would probably at this moment say it's maybe like 85 to 90%, just like the Dylan Purple, in my opinion. Um, I think you could get away if you have Dylan. Dylan Purple is not like over $100 expensive. I don't think. Is it now? I might be wrong. Last I purchased some, it doesn't seem like I don't think I spent over $100 on it. But anywho, that's still, if you don't want to spend that $100 or even 90 or 80 on dealing purple, you could always, spray a few sprays of your designer, put on a little Habik. Or you can do like me, and you want it to really last and project, uh, do some Habik and layer it with 1,000 wishes. There was a good combo for me. Okay. If I were to give this, 1 out of 10, right now I would probably give it a 7. If I do stars, I probably give it 3.5. I do have a feeling that this is going to get better and better the longer that it sits, because it seems to have done that so far, thus far. And I've had it now for, like I said, it's been a couple of months now. And that's the reason why it took me so long to get on here and give my thoughts and opinions, because I was just trying to give it a little time to shine. Yes, that is what I was doing, darling. Trying to give it a little time to go ahead and mature a little bit. No, just, but yeah, I was just trying to give it time, guys, because probably like the first couple times I wore it, I was like, I don't know. But when I thought, you know what, I'm going to pair this with 1,000 wishes, I that has been great. It smells really good. So anyway, I hope that helped you decide. If you have not decided to get that particular fragrance, I hope this my little thoughts and my little opinions helped you to make your mind up. And yeah, whether or not you would, whether you do or whether you don't. I do out sometimes, encourage, if you can get a decant sample, whatever, of some of these fragrances before you blind buy. That would probably be good. I think because uh, I the bottles what caught my eye really. I did not. I don't think I smelled. No, I didn't get a decant or sample beforehand. I just knew I would like it. So yes, it's been okay for me. I'm not head over heels about it, but I will wear it. I will definitely um, wear this combo for sure. Probably come up with a couple of few other combos to go with it as well, or layering um, combos. So anyway, you guys have a lovely rest of your evening or your day, depending on what time zone you in and when you're watching this. You guys continue to stay prayerful for this world, for this country, for each other. Okay? Remember, only what you do for Christ will last. You take care.